I think one of the most profound things for me is when I pull into the lot and the very first thing I see on this hallowed sacred ground is this beautiful old church. And the second thing you see is a cemetery where you know that these people entered this church, prayed at this church, and lived lives hopefully well. The next thing you see is a sign when you turn to the right before you enter the thrift store is a sign for Kelly's Cupboard, which takes that fellowship and extends it out to everyone and anyone in need. It sets my day, it starts my day, even if it's one moment that I witness those things and I pause. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's how I start my day. And it's an amazing way to start thinking of others.
Okay, so I'll start. Okay, I'm not a big churchgoer, but I believe that church should be like 7 days out of the week instead of just one. So by me volunteering here at the thrift store, I feel that it's my way of following Christ through church. And I believe in my heart and soul that we are like an octopus and we're the tentacles of Christ, that we are the ones who are walking along and showing people Christ. Like example I came up with is my daughter used to always ask me, why is there like a million different Santas? And I said, well, they're all helpers of the real Santa. Only Santa comes out on the special night, and that's magical, but we're all the helpers. So I feel that we are the helpers of Christ by working here. We may not be the exact churchgoers, but by putting on the thrift shop and really just volunteering our time in a church, I am a big believer that we reflect St. Peter's, and everything that we do should come from a good place. And that's what I believe.
My journey here at St. Peter's began as just a shopper in the thrift store. And as I looked around, I saw a need. They were asking for volunteers. I saw a lot of senior volunteers there who were unable to do maybe some of the work that somebody a little younger could do. And it's what drew me. I'm a volunteer by nature. I feel that that Christ has blessed me many times over, and I am called to give back. I am just born that way, and that is my thought process. And I have found ways to give back and ways to volunteer, and this just fit the bill. I filled a hole that was needed. And in that, I've become part of this beautiful Christian community. And all of the senior members here, these are women that have significant wisdom, that have taken me under their wing, that have only shown me love. So when I come here, this has become a second home, along with making amazing friends and sharing in that wisdom. Sure. So St. Peter's has led me truly in this walk of love. If I just discussed the volunteers, which has grown to maybe 25, 30 volunteers, all but one women, I have come to love them and see them more than I do my own family. We talked about this morning, how we see the volunteers here, the parishioners of the parish, be they shoppers or volunteers, and we know them by name. We call them by name, and it truly is a walk of love for me.
Okay, St. Peter's walk in love, to me, is a journey. I believe walking is very calming, and going to church can be very calming. And I feel that when you're on a journey, you can see things that you may not have seen by whizzing around and by walking slowly, not technically walking, but on your journey of walking in love. And I believe in St. Peter's do really show the love. As I spoke before to the ladies, I give an analogy because I'm a book lady. If you have books on the shelf and there's tons of jackets on there, all you have, you see the jackets, some things pop out and other things do, but I believe they're like people. So if you take all the jackets off, and every time you open the book, it's only white or cream pages with letters in it. So really have to look in to that book to find out what that book is about. The outside does not tell you. And I believe St. Peter's Church does accept everyone and reads the book before we judge. Or so that's what I feel, and that's where I think the love is. And I always believe that a smile and a hello to a stranger can enlighten someone so much that their day can be so much better just by smiling at someone or greeting them in a nice way. And it doesn't matter what story they have, it's nice to find their story. And I believe, again, fall is a big time on reflection. Everything is falling, but it's also lifting. I just found out in the TV, fall is a very big reflective thing. You should make all your resolutions in fall. And when I think about it, I do, because the summer is over. And now we're going to start the later nights and stuff like that, which usually forces you to be more indoors. And I think it's a good time to reflect and look at, especially in my life, stuff that went on in the past, and maybe how can I improve that. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I'm going to lose weight tomorrow, but it has to be something about what could I do in my situation, in my home, that can make me accepted better and happier. So I believe our walk is our journey, and we should follow on our journey and just reflect on where we are in life and to go forward.